Wild trade topic on today's show. Could the Miami Heat trade Andrew Wiggins to the New Orleans Pelicans in exchange for Zion Williamson? I am Nic Rohloff. This is the Heat Report by Chat Sports. Appreciate everybody hanging in here with us today. And we'll start here when it comes to Zion. It's like I don't even know what's going to happen with him. You have the off-the-court drama going on right now. You have conflicting reports about if the Pelicans are going to build with Zion in their long-term future. They're actively looking to trade him. No one knows what's going on. Well, we might have a little bit of clarity, and it's not going to stop us from talking about a potential Zion trade, but Joe Dumars, the legendary Pistons player who is now the head of basketball operations in New Orleans, had a quote the other day that tells us he's staying in New Orleans. Like, Joe said that I've had some real honest conversations with him, some real direct and honest conversations. We're going to go forward with Zion. He's going to continue to be a focal point here as we go forward. Now, who knows in this day and age in the NFL, the NBA, whatever sport it is, anytime a player's name gets brought up in trade talks, and one in Zion who doesn't have a lot of value right now, you might want to try to up the value by saying you want to keep him, but maybe he's telling the truth and Zion's going absolutely nowhere this offseason. It's kind of hard to tell, but either way, it's early June, and we're going to talk about maybe trading for Zion and give my thoughts. Before we do that, hit that like button because it tells YouTube and my bosses we're doing a good job, but it also shuts Marshall Green up over at the Knicks Now channel because he was talking some rah-rah, said we couldn't beat him in a one-video battle. We've had these battles in the past. I don't know why we're so popular. Everybody challenges us to a battle. They got 237. Let's crush them. Let's get 250. F the Knicks. FF Marshall Green. All right, obviously, we have to address the elephant in the room. Zion has some off-the-court issues, and it's not just him not being able to control his weight. He's got some other issues as well. There's the rape allegations. That's not anything good. You never want to hear that. You never want to see that in general. But that's the truth, and those are floating out there. So if you are trading for Zion, you have to know this baggage comes alongside him. Now, it could be dismissed. It could be realized, and he's out of the league. Either way, you have to know this is a red flag, and it's one of the many reasons why I'm very, 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 very skeptical of trading for the former first overall pick. But this is how Miami got linked to Zion, and this is what I wanted to talk. Well, Shaman Dua, who covers the NBA and the Pelicans, was talking about Zion's trade value and referenced the off-the-court concerns and the allegations and saying how this is going to really lower his value in trade, and you're going to have to get really bad contracts and likely no picks. But if you do get a pick, it's a late pick. So an example would be Andrew Wiggins and Duncan Robinson from Miami for Zion Williamson and some small salary just to kind of make it even. And I'll say this. I don't want to trade for Zion because of the off-the-court concerns, and I'm not that big of a fan of his game and fit in Miami. But to get a talent like Zion with his upside for only Andrew Wiggins and Duncan Robinson, be relatively hard to say no if that's what it took. Like, if you don't have to offer any picks, like maybe Wiggins, Duncan, and a second for Zion Williamson, like, it's hard to not be intrigued with that idea. So before I go forward on today's show, let me know your thoughts. Do you have an interest in Zion Williamson with a potential trade? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. Let's talk about Zion some more, because he is not someone who stays on the basketball court often. This is the past 4 seasons he has played in. You look at the yearly kind of metrics here, you see a gap in years. There's no 2021-2022 season. Yeah, it's because he missed the entire season and played only 29 games in 22-23. Missed most of the season this past year, which is why the Pelicans have the number 6 pick in the draft and came into the lottery with the 4th best odds. But obviously, yeah, Zion is as an elite as a slasher, elite as a finisher inside the paint as you could find in the NBA due to his size, movement, and athleticism. But I'll be honest here, folks. Even if it only cost you Andrew Wiggins, Duncan Robinson a second, I don't know if I can get behind trading for Zion Williamson. I really don't know if I can. There's a lot of reasons why. We'll go through 4 of them here in a second. But one of the reasons is I just don't think he's that conducive to winning for a player that's getting paid mid $40 million per season. Like I mentioned how elite Zion is as a slasher. You look at his career shot chart, you look at his shot chart last season, you're going to see as good as you can find in that painted area. 50%, 6% better than league average in the paint. At the restricted area, he's got 64.1%, actually just barely under league average. And you see all the reds. He doesn't take mid-ranges. He doesn't take a lot of threes. And even if when he does take them, he's not efficient. Shot 22% from three last season. Has never really shot above 35%. Like, if you are looking at the Heat's core, he doesn't fit with us. When I talk about the Heat core, now, you could have a conversation on if this should even be holding you back. But right now, your current build is Tyler Hero, it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Kel'el Ware. That's where you're going forward with. You might be able to throw Jovic in there. Maybe he gets traded. But either way, you're building around Hero, Bam, and Ware at this point. Where does Zion play? Are you going to have a front court of Zion, Bam, and Ware? It's got to be the worst floor spacing front court in NBA history. Like, the only way he fits is if you take out Bam and replace him with Zion. But due to Bam's infinitely close enough better defensive ability, I would rather have him. And Bam at least stays on the basketball court. Yeah, Zion's more aggressive offensively and puts up better numbers on the offensive end. I'll take Bam because he plays. He's not a headache off the court. You don't have to worry about anything there. And he plays elite defense. So where's the fit? I just don't see it. More coming here with Zion, but we do got to show some support to our sponsor, which is Prize Picks, the daily fantasy sports app and platform I play every single day. Do you know ball? I certainly do. There's only one series left in the playoffs, and the championship is officially on the line. It means time is running out for you to put your finals takes to the test on Prize Picks, the best place to cash in on your favorite sports. You can combine basketball with baseball, hockey, esports, golf, and much more, and you can get up to 2,000 times your cash today when you make an entry up to 6 players. I have a 3-player entry for the entire series between Thunder and Pacers. We just saw game 1 last night. I've got for the series less than Tyrese Halliburton points per game, less than Andrew Nembhard 1.2 3-pointers made per game, and then more than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander 33.1 points per game. We'll see how this progresses throughout the entire series, but it's so easy to play. All you do is pick more or less. And by the way, you're watching this on Friday. Today is Flex Friday, so make sure you opt in and check the box in the lineup builder to be eligible for a protected play. If your lineup doesn't win, you get your net losses back in promo funds up to your promo limit after the lineup settles. Get started with Prize Picks today. Download the app. Use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. One of the reasons why I am very skeptical, a.k.a. not in on a Zion Williamson trade, is, well, let's list them all off here. I've already talked about the fit. I've talked about the injury, the off-the-court concerns. Well, how about the financial aspect of it? Because he's making $39, $42, and $44.8 million over the next 3 seasons before he's an unrestricted free agent. He got the max rookie scale extension a couple years back. And I think if you ask New Orleans right now if they could go back in time and not offer this, they would not offer it to Zion Williamson. So let's recycle through all the reasons why I'm out on Zion Williamson. Number 1, off-the-court issues. You got the rape allegations, terrible. Don't want that associated with the Miami Heat whatsoever. He also can't stay on the floor. We showed the games played. He missed an entire season in 2021-22. Playing 30 games last year. Playing 29 games 3 seasons ago. Yeah, he's kind of mixed in there a 70-game season, a 60-game season, but consistently can't stay on the floor. He's overweight, and the play style he has, it's not conducive with his body profile. You just got to call a spade sometimes. Am I the most chiseled person ever? Hell no. I'm fat too. But I'm also not jumping off the gym and running up and down every day, stressing out my knees. And that's a serious concern if you try to attach yourself long-term with Zion Williamson. Third reason, doesn't fit with Bam and Ware. That's your front court of the future. Unless you trade Kel'el Ware, which I would certainly not do for Zion Williamson. I don't think anyone would want to. People are getting on me in the comments for saying I would consider trading Kel'el Ware for Kevin Durant if the Heat didn't attach any picks to Kel'el Ware. That's a different conversation for a different day. Either way, I do not see a way you can play where Bam and Zion together, and why would you want to bring that into the Heat's organization? And the final reason is the contract that we just showed. You're married to him for 3 seasons at $40 million per year. Because I truly believe if you traded for Zion and you wanted to move off of him because he stinks, can't stay on the court, or as off the court issues pop up again, then no team is going to want to trade for him. So then you're stuck letting that contract rot out. It just doesn't make any sense for Miami to do this. I know there are people out there that are intrigued with buying low on Zion Williamson. I am not. The contract, I'm out. The fit with Miami is not there. I just don't want to deal with it. I'm out on Zion. Not happening. But make sure you do subscribe to the channel because we're bringing daily content and, in my opinion, the best Miami Heat offseason coverage there is, whether it's trade, rumors, news, draft content. We have it all here on a daily basis. Subscribe and join today. We'll kind of round out the conversation here when it comes to what the Heat should do this offseason. If I'm taking a gamble on a trade, and Zion Williamson is as big as a gamble as it would be in a trade this offseason for Miami, I would rather take the gamble on a player that fits better or doesn't have the off-the-court issues. And what players am I referring to? I would rather take the gamble on a trade. Now, you can argue that Ja Morant's in the same category as off-the-court concerns, but LaMelo Ball is a gamble. That's more or less because he can't stay on the court. We talk about Zion not being able to play basketball games. Fun fact, LaMelo Ball has actually played in less games over the last 4 seasons than Zion Williamson. Somehow, I don't know how it's possible, but that is the truth. So the point is this. If I'm taking a gamble and I'm buying low on a player, I'm doing a guy that would at least fit with the roster. I'm just not in the business of Zion Williamson. I'm sorry, I'm not. And if you call me crazy, you call me crazy, but I'm certainly not doing. Even if it only costs the Heat Andrew Wiggins and Duncan Robinson, which to get a talent like Zion for that price tag would be a ridiculous steal because of all the reasons why I listed: the fit, the contract, the injury, the off the court. No world where I'm doing a trade for Zion Williamson. And if the Heat actually did that, which I would be stunned if they did, I don't think they would, I would actually be upset. I actually think I would. But I named some trade targets. You can let me know your top Heat trade target for the offseason. Is it a Kevin Durant? Is it a Ja Morant? Is it Trae Young? Is it a DeMar DeRozan? You drop a name and play GM for me down in the comments. And while we close out today's video and you do that, make sure you also do follow me over on Twitter at Nic_Rohloff, talking Heat basketball on the daily over there. And if you follow me back, you know what? F it. First 5 people to follow me back or follow me on today's show, I'll follow you back. We finally got the words out there. Appreciate everybody for watching. See you tomorrow with another video. Go Heat.